Welcome to Coding Literacy Flakes 34 of 40, Scratch Part 7 Subroutines. And I'll fire up Scratch first, and there it is, Scratch version 2. I'm using the offline editor. Now, subroutine simply means you've got two programs or more programs running simultaneously. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to have a conversation going between two sprites. First of all, I'll change the sprite. I don't want the cat sprite, so I'm going to change the sprite over. There's a library here, and I'm going to change the sprite to the breakdancer, and that should do it. Oh, it didn't do it. Let's try again. Copy breakdancer, and there we go. Now you'll find with the sprite they come costumes. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So you've got three costumes coming with that sprite, which is great. The cat one I don't want, so I'm going to delete that. So there's one character. Now I want another sprite, two subroutines going, and I'm going to choose another one from the library here, and I'm going to choose the ballerina. There's a ballerina. Let's check the costumes out. Now there are the costumes. If you don't want a particular costume, you can delete it. There's our three costumes. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is set them aside, and we'll start them conversing with each other. First of all, I'll make the ballerina a little bit bigger. Actually, I might want to put a backdrop. If you go to stage, you can put backdrops. There's a whole library of backdrops. You can draw your own or take photos if you want to, but I choose a library, and I might choose, oh there you go, chalkboard. So that's my backdrop. So I can now line up the sprites where I want them on the backdrop. And I want to remember their location. So if I go to this first sprite, the break dancer, go to the script on locking location. So I've got an event, and when the flag starts, I want it to remember the XY is going to be right there. That's what I want. Okay, with the ballerina, let's go with ballerina. Actually, I want a bit bigger than that, so I'll make it a bit taller. So I'm going to enlarge the ballerina. I might change the costume to make it easier to align. Let's just go with this costume here. Okay, gives me a better idea. I'll make it a little bit smaller than that. Oops. There we go, make it a bit smaller. And there's the ballerina. And I want to remember that location, so if I go to the script, when the flag starts, I want it to be in that location, the XY. So that part's working. Now the first thing I'm going to do is get some motion going before they converse. So I'll let them do some exercise. So for the ballerina, she's forever, under forever, she's going to be exercising. There's a forever, and I'll be changing costumes. Next costume, there we go. And if we run that, she's just going too fast really, so I'm going to make her stall a bit with the exercise. So under control, let's wait for about a minute, or a second I should say, and let's watch this. Okay, a bit better. Okay, now let's do the same for the breakdancer sprite. Forever is going to be doing exercise. And changing costume, next costume, and make him wait a few moments. Let's just test it out. So now they should all be doing exercises, but that's totally synchronized, and that's really not natural. So what I'm going to do is offset one. I'm going to offset the ballerina. So make it 1 second, make it 0.9 seconds, and should make it look a bit better than that. Okay, yep, and that synchronized is good. Okay, let's just stop that for a while, and let's make the conversations occur. So first of all, the breakdown is going to ask a few questions, and he's going to ask when the flag starts. He's going to ask a question and say something along the lines of what is your name? There you go. And now we're going to play around with subroutines. When he asks what is your name, He's going to broadcast to subroutines. It could be several of them. We've only got 2 happening here, but it could be lots of them. But any subroutine has the same broadcast receiving, they'll be activated. So under events, you'll find broadcast. So you give it a new message or new name. I'll give it the name Q1, question 1. Okay, so you broadcast question 1. Now when I go to the ballerina, when she receives question 1, she can respond. So under events, and when I receive question 1, she's going to say something. She's going to say something like here we go. Something like my Betty. So what is your name? It's going to be Betty. What's yours? Okay, so and then she's going to fire off. She's going to broadcast an answer. So he's going to get a response. But let's see what happens so far. What is your name? Betty. What's yours? That part's working. Okay, when she responds, she's going to give back an answer. So under event, I'm going to say broadcast an answer. Call it A1. Answer 1. Call it whatever you want, but answer 1 is what I'm calling it. Now back to the breakdancer. Now when he receives the answer 1, he's going to say something else. He's going to say something along the lines, where we look. Say, my name is Vasily. Do you like exercising? So ask another question. It says you're going to broadcast now. We're going to broadcast across the sprites. There we go. And it's going to be a new question. Question 2. Question 2. There we go. Good. Now the ballerina, when she receives question 2, she'll respond differently. Okay, response will be now. Right, she's going to say something like, I like it very much. Do you come here often? And then she'll broadcast her answer. So broadcast answer 2. Let's get a new message, answer 2. And let's go back to the breakdancer. So when the breakdancer receives answer 2, he's going to say something else. He's going to say something like, okay, let's look. There's something like, yes, and then just say, shall we have a coffee together afterwards? So it's a bit of a flirt. Okay, and then I'm going to broadcast the question. So go to the event, broadcast a question, new question, question 3, and we're going to have the ballerina respond. So when the ballerina receives question 3, she's going to say something like, where we look. Yes. Or I'll say, I would love that. There you go. And now it's going to end the conversation, so we shall broadcast the ending. So under event, broadcast. Let's call this the end. Okay. So the end. Now what happens at the end? Well, when she receives the end, which is her own ending, we're going to switch costumes to an upright position. So the upright position is costume A. So we switch costumes to A. That's where she's going to finish, upright. And then the breakdancer, when he receives the end, he's going to switch his costume to upright position, which is costume C. So switch. Oh, where am I? Yeah, switch costumes to C. Yep. And then we're going to finish all the programs. So we're going to stop all. Now you can stop some of these subroutines or all of them. So stop all of them, and we should have some like this. Let's just test this out. What is your name? Betty, what's yours? It's mixing up too quickly actually. So what I might do before we go any further is change the time on. It's just going to be too fast to read. So make it 4 seconds for each response. Oops. And I'm going to change the ballerina to 4 seconds as well. And let's just test this out, see how it goes. Right, let's run it. What is your name? Betty, what's yours? My name's Vasily. Do you like exercising? I like it very much. Do you come here often? Yes, shall we have a coffee together afterwards? I would love that. And then I stop. That's the program. Thank you for watching.